So either way, I think Bigatron walk away with it.
Wow. So they let Bigatron pick it. But Bigatron is just gonna pick the Eve, no?
I think so. I think so. I don't think there's anything stopping them from picking up the Eve now. With the Fredjin or no?
Or you just want to pick up Fredjin Arlet?
That could work as well.
Do you really want to give a boy something that he's comfortable with, though?
If they want to make it
if they go
spicy.
Fredjin Arlet and they go for a Kalea later on, and a Gord can show up. Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
If they want to make it spicy, you know, if they want to make it unpredictable for Geek fam, because the easy answer here again, Fredjin and the Eve, or Fredjin and or Jiizee. They go for the Eve and TLID. Yes. So they don't care about the jungler.
To answer your question, Eternal, the spicy pick for a boy can come through.
No, I think what I meant was I think they need to pick up the Eve here because they don't want to give a comfortable pick for a boy as well.
Yes. Oh my god.
I was thinking maybe there's a spicy pick, but if you think about the spicy picks, it's a Kimmy and it's a Faramis, and both are horrible against the Eve.
Cannot lane.
Man.
Okay, second phase.
I don't like playing this box against Bigatron. Bigatron are like
so good.
One of the hardest teams to play a box against. They play from different angles, man. They attack from so many creative angles. I don't know how greedy it is, but I think Bigatron by Vitality, if they're really wanting to snowball, this could be Itoshi and Kalea last pick.
Oh.
Like if they, it's not a lot of. Wait, no, the Khalid is already rolled.
Yes, but yeah, again though, for the XP laner they need something tanky if you want to play the Shinjin, maybe Thursla.
Yeah.
Or an Alice or a Uranus.
But also still be a Glue XP.
Glue XP to make sense against a Boxia here.
A lot of possibilities, but you know what? I think right now is a Leo board game.
For now?
For now.
Yeah. I do agree with that, but I think it's gonna get banned. I think they will ban the Harley and the Leo board.
Chip Atlas here, right?
Chip Atlas bad here. They ban out of Fredrin, so it's a Leo board game.
Geek fam, it will be wise for them to take the Glue away.
Glue or an Atlas if you want to play the Leo board.
I think the Atlas is going to get banned out here by Bigatron by Vitality, or... Yeah, I think Bigatron have to ban the Atlas.
Yes,
I was thinking of a trade, but then Geek fam would just take the Atlas first. The Glue doesn't do well against the Atlas.
Yeah, I do agree with that. For Bigatron, so what will Nile play? Yes, it's the Leo board, yes. So again, it's gonna be a matchup, a good matchup for Marcel, right, against Shogun. The Shogun will pick it up first. I think it's gonna be fourth pick, BTR, R4, a Roamer, whatever open, either the Glue or the Atlas. I think it's the answer for both.
They banned Utah.
Let them play the
wow.
So they want to play the Utah.
I will be the truth.
Yeah, that is a deep ban. It's either way a great pick, like Itoshi, Leo Mord, right? It's a setup for it.
Or they want to set up for an Alice pick, because Yuzong is a very good pick against the Alice, right?
Now it puts Geek fam in a tough spot, because if they reveal the Atlas here, I think Itoshi will come over to Leo Mord.
Yeah.
But if you don't pick it up here, then Bigatron take the Atlas.
They have the Khalid though.
Oh wait, I keep on forgetting about the Khalid. Hello. All right, sorry. They don't need to pick up the Atlas.
Yeah.
Go last pick. They're gonna have to reveal the cards for XP though.
Or we're gonna see Cho Beloy.
TLID.
TLID.
I don't know.
In the relentless flow of time,
they pick up the Arlen.
I am the constant that breaks the tide.
Jushin. Yeah. So you have almost unlimited tension stack, but not as much as the Fredrin pick.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why the Yuzong ban probably they thought BTR want to pick up the Arlen, so it was a good trade from Beloy.
That's also a power Marcel pick.
What do you think, Coach? Lapulio?
Lapulio makes sense, or even you want to play like very safe. Uranus or Alice.
Ooh, I don't know about. I just don't like it against a Baksha.
But you just can't, make space. If you want to play the Yushin Shin, you can play opt out for the Alice or the other.
Yeah,
but if you want to play Lapu and you play. Oh wow! A signature pick for Nile, no?
Yeah, but like, oh my God, Geek fam are all in on neutral objectives. Yeah, and the mid prio, it's all in for BTR. So, anyways, this is how you make the Akai work. Right? Like, you get a strong mid-prio, you get strong mid-prio duo, and then there's no invades for the blockchain.
And also a safe pick against an Atlas.
That's exactly it as well. Yeah. Wow, well played. That's a good 2 picks, and they already have enough damage anyways. They pick up the Sora.
They should just go Kalea here for Beloy.
Even then, it's tough.
Yeah, I know it's
like
tough.
CC immune on the XP. The only guy is the Khalid. You can only get the Khalid here.
But again, though, what can salvage this draft from Geek fam? Still, they still go for the Atlas.
God dang.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, I think it's gonna be match point.
I think so too. Like, I'm not a fan of the Akai, but built around the Akai so well.
And they've been
TLID and Eve is fantastic.
and
Now we know.
they've been executing very well the objective fight. So again, I feel like it's gonna be 3-1 though.
The confidence boost from getting the second game or third game rather.
They have the momentum on their side for sure. Realize, Gani, you agree? Do you think this is gonna get to a match point?
And we'll let the teams playing today answer that, but hey, looking at the drafts, doesn't look too good for Geek Fam, at least for Bigatron by Vitality. Have everything they need. That mid-prio like the panelists mentioned, and then you have the Akai to kind of nullify that neutral objective take type of gameplay that Geek Fam want to bring to the table, especially to have control over that. So let's see. Bigatron by Vitality, 1 game away from match point, and Geek Fam, it's a tall order to climb.
Let's see if they can equalize the series here, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to remind you that this is a best of 7, not a best of 5, so the stakes are very much different, but one more ticket to the grand finals, one more ticket to Paris. Let's see if Bigatron can take the match point here with Nile on the Akai.
Are we gonna reach that lucky number 7 though? Because again,
Yeah.
you know, 3-2, season 12. Would have been nice if we, in the new format, in the best of 7, we could go 4-3, right?
We have yet to see a full game of the best of 5.
Yeah, not even a best
Right.
of, yeah, that. Like a full series being played, right, Gani?
Not just yet.
I
So
mean,
far.
A best of 5 hasn't even fulfilled everything that they really want to get, but now Nile pathing towards the red buff, the orange buff rather. And you can take a look at how Beloisky was trying to kind of hinder that progress. As the Atlas, we have the tools needed, especially with the perfect match emblems by Bayou. So maybe the firmness as well for the Akai. It's all about surviving. Got some flash to help clear early, and nothing else out of the ordinary for both teams in terms of the emblems. So all in all, obviously Geek Fam, they want to go all in on the neutral objective, but for Bigatron, they can take one moment, just swoop away the players of Geek Fam with this Akai, get a pin down, make it hard. I think Geek Fam might struggle, but a boy in the middle.
Wow. Forcing a boy to recall, that's big for BTR, especially now. Has yet to pop the heavy spin here, so Prio should beat BTR's. Geek Fam here struggling to find an angle to counter engage. That's a heavy spin, that's the take. All textbook so far here, the red robot showing strong.
Look at that, CZ's ABC, and even you see Shogun popping the blue form just to relocate himself, evacuate the neutral objective, because they know if we can get that, just get out. We have the tools to disengage, we have the tools to engage, and we have the tools to also counter-engage. If you want to go in towards the turtle, Geek Fam so far looking quite hard for them to take tempo and take control. I'm on
Kenzie?
Whew. Powered auto attack, it's not enough to take the man down. Geek Fam,
Whoa.
what will they do now? No way. What?
Playing with fire, Amon! What the heck was that, Kenzie?
Okay.
That's a solo.
Is that complacency? Is that playing with fire like you said? But hey, if you play with fire, you get burnt. And Amon had to pay that price. So that's going to be a silver lining for Geek Fam. Again, the first kill to the Harith. But we have seen this Harith go 3-0 in a span of 7 minutes. But still, Bigatron are able to get the win, right? So it's all about, again, controlling over the river, neutral objectives, and how they can translate that lead. It's not big of a lead per se, but at least that's something that Geek Fam can work with. Marcel!
Flicker, final slash on towards Moreno. That's a combination of crowd control and damage in the mid lane. Enough to take Moreno down. 2 early important kills here from Geek Fam.
That's beautiful. Good final slash just to punish Moreno. And now Geek Fam, they are looking for more.
Perfect match and the fatal links here on towards a roamer of BTR. No time to Raging Sandstorm. Here comes the Shaman Force invested here as Amon repositions to a safer place now with the wave crashing.
Dive.
Perfect match. Dive is here. That's a Purified Blazing Duet combination to clear. That's a stun from Nazara and a knock up. Amon is not able to be taken down just yet. Gets the clear. and gets the survivability.
The Red Raider dodges death, and now it's going to be round 2 in the neutral objective. Geek Fam, 5-man strong, standing.
No perfect match. Real world manipulation pops. That's going to be the turtle for Nile. Geek Fam, though, will try to isolate Finn as Finn is able to flicker out to safety. It's still all 10 members here in the Land of Dawn, but the turtle goes again to BTR.
At least a momentary respite, despite getting 3 kills to Geek Fam. And Bigatron by Vitality, they can still play this early. A glowing one completed, and Aman is gonna go in directly to his first item. That's gonna be HS, I reckon. But so far, Kennzy is doing a good job on just keeping this plot at bay. The Zara completes the Karss helmet, and they're gonna crash in on Aman, BMI away.
Ooh.
Gold Crab completed. Finn is gonna be able to bob and weave with that passive. So as of now, Geek Fam are just trying to make sure they have control over these zones. They really need to have Niall spin.
Okay, that's purple for contest. Nile gets the purple and pops the heavy spin to escape. So that's a win for the Red Robots, and Geek Fam here is slightly behind now. They gotta look for compensation here, realize.
Yep. They were going for a few invades towards Nile as well, especially when you have the Atlas. But it just doesn't work like that because, you know, the Akai, super tanky, very beefy as well. You have that insta disengage button with the heavy spin. So that's why I think it really helps Bigatron a lot, considering the fact that Geek Fam really want to fight at all, especially with the Arlet, and then you have a Baxia going in, but on bottom.
Oh, that's final slash already committed. Shogun is able to dash away with the ult. And seems like the call is to let the structure go here. Great call, top lane though, action a lot. That's gonna be BTR off the board. He popped the that's a flicker from Moreno, the Maestro, to run a lock Kennzy down, and Nile and Aman will gladly take that assistant kill. Structure bot lane will be traded towards top as Geek Fam here finally have a say in the turtle take.
Yeah, they're still trying to fight through this, but at least the objective finally falls in the hands of Geek Fam, knowing on the back of that gank down bottom for Shogun, he had no ult, and then up top, action happened. Moreno again with an aggressive playstyle with the Sieve. You would reckon that the Eve, the artillery mage, plays from the far back, just spam the skills. But for Moreno, it's all about the flashy play, Shogun.
Yeah, great timing on the flicker, but that's the raging sandstorm, locking him into place. With the help of Shogun, definitely enough damage to take Marcel down.
This is where it gets tricky now, because Bigatron were able to stand tall, the pin down.
Yep, onto his boy. Calm flicker to escape from that sticky situation. But that's again information for BTR.
Okay, so you do have mobile heroes. You have the Harris. You have to choose Sid with the Crimson Beacon, but if you get pinned down by the Akai, you need to wait for the spin to expire, then you can do something about it. So as of now, that's going to be the main tool that Bigatron will play with. Meanwhile, they're just going to let KennzyySkie farm up top, get those items, get the gold, and possibly return stronger. 2 items completed already, Sarlium Sight with the Feather of Heaven. Meanwhile, a quick chastise for BTR with the Atlas. So he wants to survive a little bit more. With the HP regen, you're pretty low, and then, you know, it's all just about tanking the damage, going in front. But we haven't really seen that full team fight come to fruition. Yeah. Because if you take a look at the lineup that Geek Fam has, the Arlet, then you have the Atlas as well, it's pretty heavy CC. That's why this Akai then also comes to show. So the question is, who pulls the trigger first? Because for Bigatron, they can ultra chill. They can just wait for something to happen, and then you have Nile, just pop the heavy spin. Shogun will just follow up. You have the Shifting Skies, and that's all fine and dandy. And now, all eyes are on the Lord. 11 seconds. Shogun down bottom shows, but the Lord hasn't spawned just yet, so you do have some time to play your way into the pit. Finn hidden in the bush. Also BTR as well. Spell counts still purifies and flickers available for Bigatron by Vitality. But for Geek Fam, a boy has no flicker, so that'll be the main point to look at.
Definitely can be targeted here. A boy that is what, 15 seconds on the clock to have that flicker available. With the Lord up here,
the waves though.
Yeah, the waves are going to be dealt with. Both teams are playing it slow on the lower dance, but Iman is on the Lord. That's going to be the seal pops. Raging Sandstorm onto it soon. Real world manipulation here already enough to zone members of Geek Fam away. Nazara flanking. Here comes the re-engage from Geek Fam. Two-man Fatalix. Nazara claims the Lord as now finds Baloy. That's going to be Kenzie popping the shout for BTR, re-engaging again with the cycles up. Now they want the mid lane as Geek Fam is trying to defend. Can they clear? Yes, they can. BTR, they got Baloy, but they lose out on the Lord.
Good choice for Geek fans to just disengage and run back, as they knew that even with that single fatal links, Nile was still able to survive for so long with the spin again. It is such a very strong tool for Bigatron by Vitality to use. And again, Bigatron are able to get the kill, but at least the Zara won that red tree battle, or rather get the Lord too. So that's going to be some sort of respite for Geek Fam. But can they manage the waves? I don't think they can. Down bottom, it's just going to be stuck there. And the Lord will march into a tier 2 turret. Itoshi might look for something, but Iman will try to clear the wave. This Lord is still kind of weak.
The Lord will just destroy, I believe, top turret. Oh, not even. Almost. Barely survives there. Barely standing. Iman is still top. They want to fight here. 5v4. Can they have time? That's a heavy spin committed by Nile just to escape. And that will be just BTR defending the Lord. A-OK.
Yep. Competition wants to play up close and personal, so that spin again and again saves Nile. And you can peel very easily with the Akaya as well. Just keep your carries intact. Shogun in the back.
Yeah, Shogun, great positioning, right? No perfect match here for Baloy. For Baloy. And that's going to be an easy poke, an easy kill for BTR. Wave bottom side is crashed. 3-man stun! But the damage burst from Kenzie is enough to take him down. Both roamers off the board.
Yeah, no follow-up right there. At least down bottom, Geek Fam gets something. And top side third as well. A very, very weak pulse. Because all it takes is just one blow to take it down. Timers will be on the Lord. Nazara opening up the bush again, just looking for an angle in the jungle. So yeah, you can see how the Atlas also suffers from the damage that Bigatron has. So you're going to take a second to find the angles. Again, just play with the Fatal Links. But the main formula that Bigatron has been using in the past 2 games has been the box, the sieve, the RWM just kind of zones you out. It's very hard to maneuver around it. And even have to juice in. What can you do? You want a Lantern Flare, you want to play from like almost like a front to back with it. But you can't really step forward because the RWM is always going to be there. The chest box that's always so pesky to deal with. And Geek Fam needs something to like explore whether they want to go all in, go for a Fatal Links, and just look for one easy engage. See May Kids there cheering for the boys of Geek Fam. Was
all smiles from the smiling jungler.
Yeah. Wish his return as soon as possible. But now the Lord spawns and a bottom side wave pushing for Geek Fam. They're looking for something here.
Yeah, Erpang is in the building as well. Ex-coach of BTR this regular season, as the Lord is up now. It's going to be a big Lord dance. Top lane though, heavily favoring the Red Robots. Yeah. Oh, that's a flicker from a boy. From Moreno rather. That's a big information that Geek Fam can exploit.
Expensive tool. That Fatal Link's available as our Finn.
Yeah, that's going to be Finn now, taking down the lead and forced to use the flicker, but die regardless. That's going to be Shaman Force committed. Take a look at the Lord, Marcel and Moreno. Marcel zones 2 members and takes Moreno down. That's going to be Iman now finding the trade. Nile repositions. Iman is provided damage for his team, and Geek Fam wins the fight.
That's conceded. That is so good coming into Geek Fam. They knew, okay, let's just try to blow down the main tank, the main frontliner. That was going to be Finn, and they even committed a Fatal Links to get Finn going down. And then they also paid attention to the fact that Moreno didn't have his spell up, that flicker gone. And that's where the Arlet thrives, in the back. Because in Game 2, they didn't really have something. They didn't really have any answer to the Eve that's so untouchable in the backline. Now you have an Arlet who can kind of bob and weave and get the damage going as well. Just disrupt the sieve. That was a kill coming in. Bigatron from Geek Fam, and 6-7 is the scoreline for kills. No, nothing again alpha type of deal. I know.
Hopefully not.
6-7. 6-7.
I am a Gen Z though.
Gen
So,
Z. Are you?
15 minutes. We're approaching here of game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Rather, game number 4. And let's see if Geek Fam can find cruise control here with the Lord that is approaching and harassing in the mid lane, or rather in the bottom lane.
Topside turret broken down as well. But that Lord's still stuck. They're gonna go for the second wave and just reassign the lanes again. Top. It's opening up the zones for Geek Fam to access. Now Bigatron by Vitality. There, high ground defense, I think still stands strong and manages, can manage to hold the siege from Geek Fam because they don't have the best siege, right? That's the Harriet. Sure, you have some on force if you want to go in, go out, but they need something. They need a movement, a set possibly to kind of disrupt the players with Bigatron by Vitality.
Uh-oh, that's the final slash. Nile pops the heavy spin. The Lord will take the turret down to the bottom side. That's a good sign for Geek Fam, but BTR, keep in mind the far lane turret is still intact.
That's a win I'll take all day. I mean, you get that, you can reset again, you even have control of the jungle that Bigatron lies in. The buff is well stolen. And they might want to look for something that's going to be the perfect match again up top.
Well, he has that flicker, fatal links to his use. It seems like the call is, you know what, we got a turret, the wave is done, it's a reset, let's back off.
Backing off is going to be the main point, right? Because you know that Akai is always going to be able to disengage, there's no need for you to chase, and even Geek Fam, they need to wait for the cycles to end. That's where they're going to want to go. Final slash towards Spin. He's going to be A-OK behind that, but Nazara might want to crash onto Shogun. It's going to be tanky still. But Baxia Mark really plays a big role, but the Passance has been used, so they can cycle that around that again. They need to wait for Shogun to pop that Six Skies, Reno with a chest box as well. That's something they need to bypass. If they want to send Marsal flying in, look for a final slash, disrupt that ult, that's going to be very nice, but they have a lot of players to go through. That's Finn.
All alone here. I don't think Finn can escape. That's going to be reaching Sandstone.
He might.
Defensively, that's a stun. Great cover, but take a look at the boy and Marcel jumping in towards the roam. I don't think this is the right call. That's going to be the fatal link committed towards Sil. The damage is not just there. And that's going to be Beloy actually flickering defensively. Amal jumps in with the blazing duet, and the winner found. Trying to dismantle the formation of Geek Fam. Here comes the damage. That's going to be Marcel out of position, and as well as Shogun is going to be the first one to fall here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 5v4 for Geek Fam.
That almost looked like a re-engage. A good one as well. And that's the power that Bigatron holds. Because once you have the spells out, the resources out, the RWM, the heavy spin, you still have a couple few. You still have that Sora ult, the blazing duet out of nowhere, and Ahmad also had the winner crown, so it bought some time. But then Geek Fam knew, okay, we can just play around it and just peel ourselves, then that's going to be A-OK. So they take the second Lord, and a Bigatron by Vitality on a pedestal. Cloak of Destiny for a boy. Geek Fam, they're holding steadfast, at least for now. They're able to get the best out of Bigatron by Vitality. The item builds by Dunia Games. A Winter Crown as well for Nile. So it's all about surviving as long as possible. And even a Guardian helmet there for the Akai. Because he knows he's going to take a lot of poke, either from the Harriet or even from the Jiizee. Some sort of DPS that needs to replenish. So now Geek Fam want a siege.
Finn is buying time, right? Trying to manipulate the waves here so that the timing isn't right for Geek Fam. There you go, the Lord cleared up. Turret's still intact so far, and BTR again just showing qualities and composure here on the defense. Geek Fam here shying away to pull the trigger. Perhaps on this wave they might. Let's see, Itoshi not having the flicker but having the fatal links. Chunk down to half HP though. Fatal links finally committed. Now that's a heavy spin. That's info. BTR, will they go for more? It seems like the call is not just yet. 100 seconds still on the clock. Finn now.
Oh no.
Gonna be the main target here from Geek Fam. I think BTR can't afford to lose Finn, but it seems like with the mobility that the KennzyySkie has, Finn is A-OK.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. And this is where the Atlas is so good when it comes to facing a composition like Bigatron does have, right? You have that perfect match. And it makes Bigatron guess, okay, is he going in? Is it just a ruse? Is it a taunt? And it sometimes baits resources. It baits ultimates. It baits a few things that that will be so resourceful for Bigatron to use. Finn, they're gonna be the great escape.
He had the flicker earlier. This time he doesn't have the flicker. Now 4 members on him. I don't think he can survive. That's a kill, a free one for Kennzy.
Bigatron aren't able to get anything out of that as well. Finn was trying his best to buy some time, but no, he can't. And that mid-wave, obviously Grimma pushing towards the players of Bigatron.
That's a fataling on towards Suda. Here comes Marcel with the damage. Final slash finds someone. Winner crown pop with the blade. Here comes the shout force by Kennzy. That's going to be Kennzy providing damage for Marcel. Cannot hold on. He's able to actually escape, but all the remaining members from both teams stay alive.
Bigatron still have what it takes. The damage is still there. If you can get the members off Geek Fam in that chest box, it's gonna be a deal sealed for Bigatron by Vitality. That's what they've been trying to do. Chest box open, Shogun goes in with the cloud form, gets all 4 inside of that. And they're gonna have to wait for the Atlas to go for the Fatal Links, and then you could orchestrate that move. And even Bakai kind of helps as well, but so far it hasn't been able to eat and evict him. Evolved Lord territory, Gani. 20 minutes for now. Concealed play. Bigatron looking for something.
Yep, spots out Nile. The Lord is in the Land of Dawn already here spawning.
Oh, no.
You mentioned it. It's Evolved Lord. Top lane here cleared by Beloy now. BTR, what's their call?
Atlas shows. But at least it's gonna be able to get to the river fast.
Well, both
the wave
rovers.
This is a rover 1v1 we have here, but now the action all pans out to the Lord. Look at Beloy. I think he's just gonna look for a flank angle possibly.
Yeah,
if he doesn't show, we know what he can do. He finally shows, so Bigatron by Vitality, they will be very, very wary of where Beloyski is.
Finn is able to locate Beloyski's whereabouts as well. Here comes a perfect match. Another information that BTR can download is that Beloyski for a couple of seconds will not have the perfect match, but it seems like Geek Fam and BTR are there taking it slow. Moreno hasn't shown, so that's going to be a big, again, just information on hold.
Yeah. It's a dance. They're waiting for something. The waves up top, down bottom will meet.
Yep, Nile here, receiving the final slash, stun, frozen, everything. Real world motivation locking in place. Take a look at Shogun, zoning 4 members and
the Lord
trying to stay alive. Here comes the Lord, now secures it. Take a look at Geek Fam. They're distracted. They got Shogun. A great timing on the Purify there by Amon, who will deflect the final slash. Beloyski, perfect match. Will not commit on towards it. They got Shogun, but they lose out on the Lord.
What's the call here? What's the call? They have waves coming in, but they need to take down this Lord. It's an evolved one. It's going to march up top. At least they can clear it there before it hits the structures that Geek Fam are trying to defend.
Woo!
It's gonna take some time, obviously, to take down this Lord. Not as fast as a Claude, per se. And Bigatron will respond to this, but how? What will they look for? Is it gonna be a pin down? Is it gonna be a force play? A force error? Finn with the Sea Halberd. He wants extra damage. He needs that for Bigatron to go.
2-man immobilization with the RWM. Take a look at
Pin
AoE from him on, and now shuts Kennzy down with the Lord. 50% HP. Finn now. Trying to jump in. Beloyski, the lead, ladies and gentlemen. BTR, they are looking at match point. If they are able to destroy the main base of Geek Fam, Boy and Nazara left alive.
Geek Fam shatter the mirror again. This time, the red robots will make sure they fall. Into the crystal they go with the Lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, BTR trying to juggle the damage, trying to wait for the cycles. As a boy here, one focus is
to end this.
Lord down. They're able to clear it. Nazara locking Finn in place. Here comes the RWM. Now, heavy spin, pinning down. Nazara down to its place. And Mon secures the killing spree.
It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is all over as game number 4 will be for the Red Robots.
Bigatron by Vitality on the precipice of Paris. Just one more game to go. Geek Fam fumble yet another chance. Again and again. It was as sweet as sugar, but now Geek Fam lose everything